So you are a father, you are a mother, you are a guardian. What have you learned from this girl's story? Hello and welcome back to Everyday Matters with Tari. In today's video, we're going to be unpicking some truths from the unfortunate death of Mr. Michael Usifo Ataga. So Mr. Michael Usifo Ataga was a Lagos billionaire that was murdered by his side chick, his 21-year-old side chick, just before his 50th birthday on the 15th of June. His birthday was supposed to be the 18th of June. So he was murdered, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be bringing out some truths from the story. Okay, but before I go on, if this is your first time of coming to my channel and you want to learn more about building positive and better relationships, or you want to be the best version of yourself, then you're definitely in the right place. Click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified every time I upload a new video. The first thing I'm going to say is that my heart actually goes out to the family of Mr. Usifo Ataga. So Mr. Usifo Ataga has a mother, has a wife, has children, obviously has siblings and uncles, aunties, and all that, who are actually going through a lot of pain at this time because they've lost someone that actually must have meant a lot to them. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm going to say. My heart really goes out to them. And the second thing I'm going to say is that no one would really know what happened in that Airbnb. So Michael Usifo was murdered in an Airbnb that he rented with his side chick, but no one would actually know what actually went on that led to his death. No one would actually know it. The only person that would know is himself and his side chick, Chidinma Ojukwu. Fortunately, he's not here to tell his side of the story, so the only story we have is the one that's coming from Chidinma, is the side chick herself. So no one would actually know, and no one would know the motive behind this killing. If indeed she killed him herself, no one will know why she did it. Did she do it because she was greedy? Did she do it because she was paid to do it? No one would actually know. At this time, no one still knows. It might eventually unfold if someone paid her to do it, but for now, no one would actually know what led to it. Was she high on drugs? I mean, the story has it that she was high on drugs and he was high on alcohol and all that. They were both intoxicated. So was that what influenced her to kill this man? No one would actually know. Okay, but I was watching a video of one of her videos, confession videos, and she was saying that she was really sorry about this incident, that she didn't mean to kill him. Okay, and that video, even though a lot of people are saying that she's a cold-hearted killer, that video actually got to my heart. Like, what is it? What could have actually happened? What is it that actually happened that led to her killing this guy, if indeed she killed it? Because there's a story, another part of the story saying that she didn't do it herself. Okay, but having said that, so we can go on and on and on speculating about what happened, who did this, who did that, who was involved. We can go on and on speculating about the story, but what I'm going to ask is, what lesson have you learned from the story? As a man, as a woman, as a boy, as a girl, as a parent, because this girl is only 21 years old. She's a young girl, okay, that's meant to be in university. So what have you learned from this story? The first one I'm going to talk about is the fact that infidelity in marriage, because Mr. Usifo was a married man. He was married to a very beautiful lady, Brenda Ojukwu. I think her name was Brenda. Yes, he was married to this beautiful lady, but he had this side chick. Okay, so infidelity does not, most of the time, it doesn't end well. It doesn't end well in the sense that the worst thing that could happen is someone gets killed, like in the case of this man, Usifo Ataga. He got killed in the process, and we've heard so many stories of men being killed because they took drugs to try to enhance their stamina and things like that. They eventually died because they were trying to please a younger girl, even though they had a woman at home. And it happens both ways as well. So it's not just the man, and from the man's side, the woman, it could also happen to the woman. The woman could also die as a result of infidelity. Okay, and the other one that's not as bad as death is the fact that when your partner finds out it breaks their heart. So you hurt someone, you've married someone because you claim to love them, but you eventually break their hearts because you are cheating on them. Okay, it breaks the trust in your relationship, it breaks the trust in your marriage. Okay, and another thing that could happen is transmission of STDs. Okay, so when you get yourself involved in extramarital affairs, you are prone to having STDs. Okay, which you could transfer to your partner in the house, to your husband or to your wife. Okay, so these are things that could happen when you go outside of your marriage, when you find yourself being involved in extramarital affairs. So infidelity never ever ends well. Okay, so you break your partner's heart, your marriage ends, you contract STDs. Some of these STDs are curable, some of them are not, and it could lead to death as well. So these are just some of the things that could happen when you find yourself in these situations. And the other thing I want to talk about today is the fact is that this could have happened because of peer pressure. So a lot of times people do things, people engage in extramarital affairs because of peer pressure. So because you see your friends doing it, as a man, you see that your friends are having extramarital affairs, they're having side chicks, you want to be like them. As a girl, as a woman, you see that, okay, my friend has this, my friend has that, therefore you want to do it. Or maybe you're a married woman, your friends are engaging in extramarital affairs, you also want to engage in it. Okay, so peer pressure. And as a young girl or a young boy, because you see that, okay, your friends have this or your friends have that, you want to have it as well. Therefore what you do is you go and have a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy, yeah, that will give you the money to be able to get those things for yourself. So peer pressure, it's not a good thing for you to put yourself under because you want to achieve what your mates are achieving. Okay, and the third thing I'm going to talk about is that a lot of times people see social media has a lot of benefits. And I did a live stream on Sunday a few days ago, where I talked about this story. I went into detail talking about how my opinion of the whole story. I'll put the link up here and I'll put it in the description as well, so that you can have a look at the story yourself. You can have a look at that video so you can understand where I'm coming from. And in that video we talked about the fact that a lot of times young girls, young boys are looking at people's pictures, people's stories on social media. And we know that social media has a lot of benefits. If you're a business person, a lot of benefits, you can get a lot from social media. Okay, but some people use it to harm themselves. Okay, in the sense that you're looking at people's pictures and you're comparing yourself to that person. Okay, but we know that a lot of these pictures, a lot of the things that are shown on social media, and most of them are fake. So you see someone buying a Louis Vuitton, carrying a Louis Vuitton handbag or eyeglasses or something, or a Gucci, Prada, whatever it is. Okay, that is just showing you that, but you don't know what's going on in their personal lives. You don't know how they got there, how they got those things that they have in their possession. You don't know, but because you've seen it, you want to be like them. Therefore you go out of your way to do what you're not supposed to do, just so you can get this thing. So we really need to be careful as people, as men, as women, as boys, as girls, not to be influenced by social media, not to be deceived. Rather, don't be deceived by social media. Don't be pressured. Don't put yourself under peer pressure because you want to do what your friends are doing. Okay, and also be conscious of the negative impact, the negative consequences that can come as a result of infidelity. Okay, and the fourth thing I'm going to talk about is, as a parent, what have you learned from this story? So you are a father, you are a mother, you are a guardian. What have you learned from this girl's story? Okay, the only thing I can say in regards to this is that I know that as parents we can only do what we can. A child will be what they want to be, but the Bible says, train up a child in the way that it should go, and when it grows up, he would not depart from it. So whatever you've put into that child from day one. So don't start training a child when they are 10 or when they are 15. You start from their early childhood. Okay, start from that early childhood. And one of my friends will say, the early childhood is what makes or mars a child. It helps to build a child or it helps to break a child. You know, so at that early age, you want to start training the child, like talk to them about the values, tell them that, okay, you know what, this is what is right, this is what is wrong. And even if they decide to go on and do something else, you know that you've done your best, you've done what you're supposed to do as a parent, as a guardian. Okay, so it's really important. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is, as a boy, as a girl, yeah, you want to believe in yourself, develop yourself. Don't be in a hurry to make it in life. Don't be in a hurry. My people will say they want to hammer. Okay, don't be in a hurry to hammer. Work hard on yourself. Life is a journey. Life is a process. You might not have everything you want at this time, but just keep on believing in yourself, working on yourself, believing in the process, and eventually you will get to where you want to be. Okay, success doesn't happen overnight, because if it happens overnight, it will crash overnight. So it's a process. You build it through process, and in that process, you are learning how to keep the success and the progress, how to protect the success that you have. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful. I just thought I would come and talk about this because this is very, very it touches my heart a lot. It's heartbreaking that this young man, a 50-year-old man that looks so young, would have to die because he was involved in extramarital affairs. But it breaks my heart. But I hope we've learned from this story. I hope that this video has been helpful. If it has, give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And if you like one-to-one consultation in terms of your personal growth and development, if you want to talk to me about your relationship, then please join my membership. And also, if you just want to support my channel as well on YouTube, join my membership, because that's one way that you can support me. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.